Aloha, 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 one and all, wherever you may be watching around the world right now. Coming to you from beautiful Waikiki on the island of Oahu. I've been told I need to start pronouncing it that way. Oahu, or Oahu instead of Oahu. I'll give it a shot. We are at a 2 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon. It is about 83 degrees. Beautiful, beautiful sunny day, although it's a little cloudy. See, there's some clouds right there. I think there's another cloud over there. So it's not all cookies and cream here in Hawaii. We do have our bad weather from time to time. We are on the corner of Kalakaua, the main street that goes right through the heart of Waikiki, Saratoga. We mentioned this road often. It has a number of notable places on it. Arnold's, that really nice tiki bar, eggs and things, the main post office, the former Trump Waikiki hotel there. I cannot recall the name of it. And then right over here on the other side, the street that kind of frames this is the Olohana. The Olohana Street is a street that goes right in front of LaCroix Hotel right there. How are all of you beautiful, beautiful people doing today? Boy, we take off like 2 days of stream, or actually, no, 1 day of streaming. And man, it's like Armageddon. But I love it. You guys appreciate, or at least like what we do a little bit because you ask for it. So I appreciate that. I'm very, very grateful for all but about 2 of you. And you know who you are, mate. So I actually gave some wrong information, but I gave it, I think, in a credible way, if that's possible. This actually is Fort DeRussy. I thought it was a part of another section, but it's not. That sign kind of threw me off. I think it threw some of you off too, but this is Fort DeRussy, all the way from this corner here, back behind me on Kalakaua, all the way down to Ala Moana Boulevard. So if we were to go just as this is a one-way street, but if we were going to go down Kalakaua straight that way, we run into Ala Moana Boulevard, which is the main road. Then Ala Moana Boulevard, you take a left and you take it all the way around to Nimitz and right to the airport, which is probably one of the saddest trips you can take. All right, let's do some shout outs. And without an E, great to see you. Thank you for your post the other day. Very, very nice. Great pictures, everything. Loved it. Christian, good to see you. Karen, always good to see you. Cheryl, good to see you. The godmother, great to see you, of course. Hopefully you got home and safe and sound. Got to see your nugget and everything's good with the world. And Nancy Edwards, haven't seen you in a few days. I was concerned. Thought maybe we lost you to another less qualified group. Judith, good to see you. And the world famous, universally renowned Cassie Vegas is in the house. I do have the best coffee in all of Hawaii, the best Hawaiian coffee, as everybody knows, with me. And let's just get going. Let's get to this. Let's see, should we go this way? Do you want to go down Kalakaua to Ala Moana and down? That's a little bit longer way. Or do you want to cut through the park to get to Hilton Hawaiian Village? The main focus of today, and it may be pretty anticlimactic, to be honest with you, is the hotel worker strike, because I'm not sure if they're even striking still. They're not making the noise that they were. I reached out myself directly to the lady that we spoke to last time. 1, if you want to go that way. 2, if you want to go this way. This is through the park. This is down Kalakaua to Ala Moana. Number 1. Number 2, just put it in the chat if you would, please. Oh yeah, one more thing. We are on Facebook and YouTube as we have been the last few views, or streams rather. So if you would, if you're on Facebook, if you're so inclined, please take a moment, go over to YouTube. If you would, maybe give it a watch, give it a try. If you hate it, great, give it a thumbs down. If you love it, give it a thumbs up. But comment, share, do some sort of activity. And I want to talk about that in just a moment. But most importantly, Hilton Hawaiian Village, 1,800 workers went on strike. I believe it was Monday morning or yesterday morning, Tuesday at 4 a.m. I'm not sure exactly the date. But I actually reached out myself directly with the lady that we spoke with last time during the strike, when it was just a 3-day strike. And she has not gotten back to me. I'm sure there are far more important people that she could be speaking with. But I just thought that, you know, speaking and getting her video out, which, if you remember that gentleman, Garrett, I believe his name was, he did such a great job, very eloquent, did a great job in communicating their position. I think made a very good argument for it. And I was really compelled by his argument, because the first thing he did not say was, we want more money, which is probably, me being ignorant, that's probably the first thing I thought he was going to say. And it was actually not. And he actually said in his comments and his rebuttal to my questions that it's not about the money first. It's about giving people, the guests, a great experience. And I was really moved by that. I thought that was such a great thing. And I didn't tell him that. And that may have been the talking points given to him, but I don't think it was. Not by the way he said it. That at least that's not what my perspective was. I think he was being very, very genuine about that. Aloha, Maureen and Kathy, Mary, Fiona, Kathy Martinez. There's some cranes. It rained a little bit yesterday evening, or last night and early morning here. So a lot of those cranes are out there having a lunch with some bugs, like that one did just right there. Beautiful cranes. Love this park. Just a beautiful, beautiful park. Yeah, they were from his heart, Janet. I don't think even if they said to say it certain ways, he said it in a way that was very believable. Now I can hear them. I can hear their chants and call outs. So we're going to go over there. I doubt we'll get somebody to talk on camera. I will talk to if I see the same lady and the same gentleman, for sure I will talk to them, but they may be under strict rules or guidelines not to talk to anybody that's, you know, like me, who's a moron. But I honestly think, I mean, it's great that they get out to CNN and CBS and Hawaii News Now. However, if it were me, I would want to talk to you guys. That's who I'd want to talk to. I'd want to talk to you guys, because you're the ones that are going to be affected by it most. A lot of people on the mainland, yes, it may be of some interest to a fraction of a percentage of those people, but I think a much, much higher focus would be to an audience like yourselves. Even if you're not visiting in the next week, who knows how long this strike could last. It could last a month, more, less, who knows. But I think even if you're not staying at Hilton Hawaiian Village, if you recall, these workers, their union represents quite a number of other hotels here in town. I think they said 7 total, and that includes Hilton Hawaiian Village. But in addition to that, it also includes some hotels that are not in Hawaii, and they are on the mainland. I don't recall those hotels though. October 9th, Sue. Okay, well, let's go. What I plan on doing is, I'm just going to go and we're going to go and see what the strike looks like, see what the picket line looks like, see if we can see anybody that we know. And if not, I'm thinking about just going into the hotel and just talking to the front desk manager, ask him what's up. I want to stop here and show you this as a hack, just because I think this is such an important and very, very valuable hack. And if you've heard me give it 10 other times, then I apologize, but I think it's worthy of the time. If you're staying in Waikiki for 3 to 5 nights, this isn't for you. But if you're staying 5, 7, 8, 10, 12 nights or longer, you might be interested in this. You can buy a monthly pass, parking pass. I believe military is $179, and civilians is like $229 or $219, something like that. I don't know. Those are about roughly the rates. For a 30-day pass, well, of course, you may not be using it for 30 days, but if you do the math for the amount that you're going to be paying for overnight parking, which is a very, very low of $35 to a high of $65, which is at Hilton Hawaiian Village, and you times that by 7, 8, 9 nights, this is a hell of a bargain. Yes, you won't be parked at your hotel, but this isn't too far away from most hotels. But that's just something for you to think about. We need to find out exactly what those rates are. But I know I'm not far off. Maureen, are you speaking to me? Am I bracing for it? Isn't it going into Florida and Alabama and those areas? Yeah, Gerard, you say about $200 on a 5-7 day stay or 7-8 day stay, but there's some people that stay for a couple of weeks, and boy, that's a heck of a savings, I think. No, Lucille's not with me. It's too hot for her. We were out this morning, and boy, she got a little overheated. I had to take her and put her in the ocean. She likes that. She likes sitting in the ocean, but it was she was too warm when I put her in it. I should have eased her in it a little bit. Should have put her feet in, then her booty, and then her body, but I didn't. And I think it scared her a little bit, but she's okay now. Oh, I wanted to go on the other side of the street. So, Margaret, look away, please. This is what we call a Hawaiian crosswalk. Yeah, poor Lucille. But she played it up for all she could, that's for sure. So she got a little extra salmon, a couple extra pieces of liver, and so her fat gut is working overtime right now. So she's probably sleeping like a log. This is just the back part of that parking garage. So look how sizable it is. I mean, it's big. I know talking about parking is probably the least important thing, but when you're planning your stay and you're planning about costs and things like that, that's a pretty big savings, in my opinion. So I'm going to look. I believe his name was Garrett. I think it was, and he spelled it G-E-R-R-I-T. And just FYI, I'm not 100% sure on this, but I believe the last strike, this I know, was only for 3 days. That's one. But number two, it was only front door or doormen and like 2 other categories. But I think this is like in all categories, 1,800. They're either 1,800 are on strike or 1,800 were affected. But I'm just going to sit here for just a moment and not cross, and I want to scan the crowd there and see if there's somebody there that I know. Look at Ann without an E. Boy, we were close, 220 and 180. There you go. That military rate is great. Yeah, right here. Yeah, you can see them, can't you? Yeah. Oh, and they're doing this all night, or at least from 4:30 or so in the morning. No. They're not doing anything like that. They're not blocking the entrance or anything, nefarious. They're just doing a picket line back and forth. All right. So I don't see Garrett or the lady I spoke with before, but I'm going to go over there. I'm just going to ask them if there's somebody here that can speak. Who wants to give a statement or?
I don't know, but I've been told.
Excuse me. Do you know, is there anyone here that's like in charge, like PR or anything?
Yes.
Is that
Angelina.
you? Angelina.
No,
Yeah.
I'll go call her.
Okay. I actually texted her earlier. I'm Tony with Going to Hawaii. I'm just going to walk in there and then we'll come back out. We spoke to Garrett last time. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Garrett. Oh, you okay? Good.
I know Garrett. But
Yeah.
where are you from?
Going. That's right. Going to Hawaii.
Going to Hawaii.
Yeah, it's Tony.
Tony.
Yeah.
Going to Hawaii. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll call
I'm just going to walk right here for just a minute.
I have Tony
Oh.
from Going to Hawaii. Do you want to interview somebody? Is that what you want?
Yeah, like what I just wanted to hear, like what kind of what Garrett. Yeah, like what Garrett did last time, just to get a one-on-one. Yeah, or anybody really. Just the same thing as last time. What are they? What are the interests? What?
Right here. Huh? You have a meeting at 2:30. What time is your thing?
I'm live now,
Oh, he's live now.
but I can come back tomorrow. Don't
Set it up for tomorrow.
anytime.
You said anytime.
Just let her know. I text her. She can just text me back, and I'll come back.
You text him and then he'll come back. He said go do tomorrow.
Okay, that's good. Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We shall not be moved. Contract. We fighting for our contract. We shall not be moved. We fighting for our contract. We shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the water. We shall not.
Yes, it is open. This is what I understand, and they may contradict everything I say because it may have changed. I just may have it wrong. What I understand is it's open-ended. It's 1,800 people, and from what I heard, I've gotten three different people who are staying there right now. One was like a single male. He says he's not even bothered by it. The thing that's most bothersome is the noise, and he says he doesn't get housekeeping usually anyway, so it doesn't bother him. The others are a family and a couple. The family said they're getting no housekeeping, and the other one said they're getting it's delayed. And I asked them, are they offering you money or discounts or incentives? And they said not to this point. And that was yesterday. So yeah, they did say open-ended in the last statement, Janet. I recall that. But we'll see. I mean, it's not imperative. I just thought maybe you guys would like to hear somebody. It's not important to them because they didn't reach out in a text. And I know they have way more important things to do than to speak to me for sure. But there you go, Gerard. You and me, my friend. They don't look like it. I'm telling you what, though. You put a couple laps together on these stairs. So this is obviously, to the right of the entrance to Hilton Hawaiian Village. There's this nice area here. There's a nice deli. There's several stores. There's an ABC store here, jewelry store. There's all types of clothing, merchandising stores. The Harley shop.
Right here.
Round Table Pizza is up here. And it's either Lupert's or Luppert's. There you go. Ice cream shop, but they also have very good coffee. They have ice cream and some bakery items. This is not the deli. This is the New York style delicatessen. And I'll tell you something that they have here that I was really shocked by. But check this out, Jan. Oh, Janet, you may know this, but look at that. They have like they call them like not Mile High, but they're not like the Carnegie Deli or stage. But they have cheesecake. They have pastrami sandwiches and stuff. But there you go. But this is the different type of restaurant than what I was talking about back there. There's another like little small grocery store deli type place. There's Round Table Pizza back behind me over here. I'm just showing you this because we rarely come through here, but we did come through here a couple visits ago. Lappert's. Is it Lappert's or Lup? I thought it was I thought it was L-U-U-P or L-U-P. Wow. Lappert's. And it does have a lineup too. Round Table is right around the corner. Oh, here's the sign for it. And just because we're right here, let me show you. I don't have any particular agenda, but let me just show you this area down here. Plus, they're striking down here. This is the entrance to their vacation ownership side, pretty much. So it's the Lagoon Tower and the Waikiki Towers over here, but you can see they're striking. And they're not blocking the entrance. They're just going back and forth in the legal crosswalk here. But if you go to the Hilton Hawaiian Village luau, this is the area where you'll be sitting, just so you kind of have an idea of where it is in proximity to the hotel itself. It's this whole lawn area here. Dave's Ice Cream, you're right. I saw that, Cheryl. I heard really good things about that. But this is the lawn, so and they fill this up all but about maybe right in here. All this is filled up with food, tables, and they do quite a good job. They put it up and tear it down very, very quickly. On the off chance that there's another corporate event that rents this lawn area, they do the luau right up there on the top floor. So let's do like a little walk through and see if we can notice, which we probably won't notice a difference in the hotel. But if it's, and I don't know if 1,800 people, that seems like an awful lot of employees. If 1,800 people walked off the job, you would think it would bring this place to almost a standstill or certainly a crawl, but I'm not sure. Let's see. I'm sure they have replacement workers ready to go because there's unemployment is like, I think Hawaii is 6th in the nation. Maybe somebody could correct me for that, but that's what I understand. It's 6th in the nation. But if you took 1,800 workers from a place, you would think there would be pandemonium. But right here, these are all the drop-offs. So this is valet, cabs, things of that nature. So this wouldn't be as affected as much as this. This area I thought would be really, really affected. So if they had reservations people, check-in people, concierge, maybe not concierge, but this is where you'd probably see a lot of the pushback, a lot of the congestion for people not being serviced. How many people have been in this lobby before? Look at this cool ship. I don't think that's there's a ship that a personal or private, I should say, a private owned ship. Look at this lazy duck just sitting there all day, I bet, doing nothing but eating bugs as they come by, enjoying the cool water. So there's a private boat or ship that looks like that, but it's a former research vessel. So it has all the radar beams and big cranes on the back of it, but they use the cranes instead of moving equipment around. It has a submersible, so it has its own little submarine on it, and it has just a separate boat like a Zodiac boat. You know what they call it? Zodiac boat, I think, on the back of it, but I don't think that's it. But isn't that a good looking boat? It's awfully close to where the Atlantis departs from and goes around to go out to the submarine and to Turtle Island. Not that close, kind of close. It's a beautiful boat though, huh? Excuse me, are you guys staying here now?
Yeah, wait for our room.
Are you guys know with the
I haven't been inside yet.
oh
Right?
yeah, because we're here kind of not reporting on, just trying to find out, and they said like 1,800 workers just walked off. So I don't know if it's like who's doing the bell desk and all that. Have they?
I don't know about that, but he told us the only thing is there's no room cleaning.
Yeah.
If you need anything, go to the 10th floor and you can get it there.
Did they say anything about any type of reimbursement or resort fee? No.
About 5 years ago, we were here, the Marriott was doing it.
Oh, really?
Staying in the
Do
tub
you
all
do
night.
you feel like it's a personal thing now?
Yeah, right.
So are you bothered by it, or is it not a big deal?
I wait to see. We were bothered by that one because they're making all these noises.
Yeah. Well, they start at 4:30.
We were low.
Yeah.
But our room side, I think it'll be okay. We
Yeah.
know our room was good.
Yeah. All right, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you. Enjoy your trip.
We got through it okay.
I mean, you're here, right? I mean, how bad can it be?
You don't live in there anyhow.
That's right. All right, brother. Thank you. That's just one guy, but it kind of seems like, I mean, I was listening to the people back behind him over there, and they were talking to each other about the delay in check-in, and she was saying it was delayed, but it took them like 20 minutes instead of, what it normally takes us. So that seems like they are they're frequent visitors, because she knew about how long it should take. But I thought that was kind of that was interesting, that they're not bothered by it. They're not like, oh my gosh, I don't want to stay here anymore. And this gentleman, I don't want to put him on, but it was almost like he didn't care. And and if you heard him say, they said there won't be any housekeeping, but if you wanted anything to go on the 10th floor. So if he's saying the 10th floor, they're probably staying in the Ali'i Tower, or maybe the Tapas Tower. Probably one of those two is where they're staying. I don't know that I was going to ask him, but that would be my thought. Here's your screenshot. Let me do this because I want to pull this as a clip. Hang on one second. Here we go. Well, I get that too, because I get was it Cheryl? I think Cheryl said she would not be bothered by it. I mean, come on, man. Look where you are. That's kind of what this man's wife was saying, or the lady was saying, that she's like, hey, we're here. I'm sure they probably left from the East Coast or some other place from the mainland, and they're 5 hours into a flight, 6 hours plus into a flight, and they're being met with the option that they may have like no towels or something like that, and they're probably like, who cares? I mean, look where you are. You're on this beach. According to Mr. Beach, the best beach in the world, or in North America this year, which I think is crazy.
I know.
You're sending me to the principal's office, Dale, for what? What did I do? Did I mispronounce something again? 28. 28. I believe it's 28 floors. Oh, yeah. I mean, trust me, some of you, no offense to you males, the men, but some of you ladies, I would hate to be the reception or the concierge or the front desk manager if that happened. If you weren't going to get any of the resort fees returned, I would think that you would be down someone's neck in a heartbeat. I want my resort fee back. I'm not going to pay the amenity fee. I'm not going to pay, and you deserve it. I know 3 of you right now I would hate to be on the wrong side of that conversation with. But you're talking about 2,000, 3,000 couples, not reservations, couples or stays, not individuals, but probably 2,500 stays per day that are you going to offer a refund, resort fees and amenity fees just unsolicited? No, you're probably going to try to make sure that the visitor experience is exceptional, with the exception of the obvious missing services, and just hope that people don't ask for the resort fees. But I would bet you if you ask to get your resort fee or amenities fees, which are rip-off, the resort fee is kind of a rip-off anyway. I wish they just increased the room rate, to be honest, because that's really all they're doing. I think that could be problematic, you know. Look, Cassie, the lagoon. The lagoon. Yeah, that's not the boat I was talking about, but that is a beautiful boat. That boat is always or often docked in the Honolulu Harbor, which is right over here. And I'll bet you they would give you some sort of a discount. And if it continues, if you're here for like a, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10-day stay, it's going to extend, obviously it's going to extend their exposure for making discounts, or extending discounts and resort fee discounts and things of that nature. Check this out here. Yeah, beautiful turtle. There's a couple of them. Aren't they beautiful? If you don't see, well, actually you see them in both places. You'll see them here and over there at that concrete, but these are different turtles. I almost want to not show this location just because there's so many people that swim out here, and I've seen people like make some issues about it, and I don't want to, but there's these local guys that are back here behind me that they'll say something if you get in the water. There's 3 of them. There's 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Let me just get a little higher here for you guys. See, there's 1 here, 1 there, and 1 right there. Hey, that's illegal what she's doing right there. That's illegal. You can't get that close. 25 feet at least. You shouldn't do it anyway. It's not good for them. You can still get underwater. It's a good shot especially with the GoPro. But just getting that close up, see it, what it does, it scares them off from where they're eating. There's a big one right there. I don't care if he's pissed off. He can get stretched. I'll turn the camera off, and I can talk freely to them. She got upset. He called me a nasty name, Lance. Boy, these turtles stay under a long time, huh? See his booty? There's his fin. They're so much more relaxed here, it seems, because the waves are not pushing them around. They're like just sitting here. See his fin, and his tail just sticks up, or her tail or fin.
Hello. I catch you.
Do you guys remember about six months or so ago, there was a story about 5 or 6 sharks that came in really close to the bay here at Hilton Hawaiian Village. It was right there. See those guys are standing? It's almost exactly right there. And you see how low? Of course, the tide was up a little bit higher, but not that much higher. Not that much higher where those guys are over there. I'm going to focus over here for you guys. But that's where the sharks were, and they were turning around, and you could see it was like they looked like thresher sharks, but they weren't, because their tails were coming up so high in the water. I don't know why that guy's so upset with me. He keeps mouthing off. They're right there. As soon as I leave, I know they can get in, but there's some local guys right back behind me over my shoulder. I bet you they'll say something. These are kind of small turtles. That one's a kind of a, that's that one that just came up. He was about as big as the small ones are over there. And this seems like a regular size one. I just hate that this is not roped off, but if it was roped off, the turtles wouldn't be able to come in. Look at his flipper coming up, trying to push himself down. Can you see okay in the, on the screen there? Hopefully you can. There's his face. That couple is laying out right back behind me. So, I mean, as soon as I leave, they'll likely come back in the water, but I only said something because she was walking right towards it with her GoPro out like it was she was on a mission. Look at this. I think that's so funny when the back of their tail comes up, or back of their shell comes up. It's straight there in front of you. See it right there? It's going to come up in a second. Yeah. All right. I wanted to show you actually something else too over here, guys. So let's take a look. That guy. I don't know why he's so mad. He's just sitting over with his girlfriend. He keeps saying bad words to me. You can't see them. Yeah, they didn't come up for a few minutes while I was over there, but they were up. I want to take you over here to the absolute best place if you're going to film. In my opinion, if you're going to film, and I think even just see the fireworks. This is one of the best areas, and a lot of people don't go there because they don't walk far enough. But I want to show you there's a couple places. Do you see where I just came? See right here at the end of this walkway? I'll show you on the way back, but I'm already past it. On the way back, right there, right beside this food truck, which is here on Friday nights when they do the fireworks, there's the Rainbow Tower. The fireworks are about right where that blue awning is right there. That's about where they fire off. They shoot straight up. What's cool over here is that you get some of the remnants, some of the particles from the fireworks dropping on your head. So if you're filming up like that in the air, you can get some of the particles, which is kind of cool. But for me, a couple really cool things over here. One, this little private kind of secluded beach here is so cool. But you want to be very careful about coming up and laying claim, because there's a lot of locals that come in here. And plus, check this out. Look at these two big old fat three lazy bum seals over here. And I don't think it's marked off or blocked off just because they have some locals here who will make sure that you do not mess with this monk seal. Look at this monk seal. This is one of the funniest ways that they lay out. Oh yeah, they just blocked off. Check out his face. He's laying on his back and laying straight up. Check him out. Got all, there's There's only two. I thought that was a third one. I thought those were two side by side. Look at this one. That's what Lucille looks like in her suitcase. Aren't they beautiful? Just chilling. Can't be bothered. So it's this area like right over here. So you can walk from any of the hotels over to here. Parking over here is atrocious on Friday nights. But here's where you go. You go down this little marina walkway right here. And if you come here like before sunset, it's around dusk. There's a bunch of, see, look at these bait fish jumping. There's something and they're chasing them. I'll look at them tearing off over there. There's something over there. Or there's something over here chasing them. But you can see stingrays. You can see, I've seen eels one time, but stingrays and big crab. Remember we saw a big crab here last time we were here about 3 or 4 Fridays ago. Yeah, the posse. Guys, we are, make sure you like and share this stream. I really would appreciate it. Our ratios for, is that a turtle right there? No. Our ratio for likes and shares are really, really, really good. On YouTube, you guys are just killing it. Percentage-wise, doing fantastic. It's going to do so much for us once we're over 1,000. And really, the number is not one that right when we get to 1,000, automatically it's going to make a difference. That's not the case. It has to be like 1,000, 1,100, and then just get momentum after that. But we're just going to use the 1,000 as a milestone for us internally to start doing more giveaways and incentives for you guys. This is beautiful black fish. So right here, standing right here where I am, right here, boom, looking up, that to me is one of the best places to watch. And if you're going to film it, not live streaming is much different, but if you're going to record it on your phone, this is one of the best locations because you get the rainbow tower and the fireworks pop up right there. You can't get much closer because the fireworks will be out of frame, but this is probably the best place in my opinion. And I will promise you this, you will be less than 5 people in this entire area that will come here. No one will come here, or no one comes here. Very, very, very few people come here. Yeah, 893, that's great, man. So let me just bore you guys with a couple of things about the likes and shares. That is a turtle, you sucker. See that turtle right out there? That dude was right here. Or maybe it's another one. There's one here, but there's one over there. I was remarking on that the other day. Why aren't there more turtles in here? And I came out here probably a week or so ago, and there were 3 turtles. Boom, boom, boom. And I said, man, if I were a turtle, this is where I'd come. No current, all the stuff that they want to eat, although it's down quite a way. So they want to get really good food, really plentiful food, and as close to the surface as possible for a couple reasons. When they're in shallow water, there's not as many predators, and then they can go up and down quicker. So they don't want to get in 20-foot water. So this is a perfect area for them. I think that's the national fish right there. Dale, is that right? We're looking straight down on top of it. You see his blue lips here, black stripe and gold body. I'll have my new polarizing filter in a week or so, and we'll be able to see him like perfect. There he goes. Yeah, that's a good sized turtle straight out there. All right, let me just bore you just a second. So we have less than 900 subscribers on YouTube. You guys are getting views between 70 as a kind of a low to up to 500. And there's several of the videos on there that have like 1,500. Percentage wise, that is a massive, massive accomplishment. And you guys who really help out with that, the first 1,000, that's why I want to incentivize the first 1,000 from here and until eternity. We're always going to do giveaways. I promise you this, the very first trip giveaway that we do will be to the first 1,000 subscribers. That is an absolute promise. Remind me about that. godmother, if you would. But the first 1,000, you guys that are doing all the heavy lifting, you're going there, you're doing the shares, you're doing the likes, you're doing the comments, thumbs up, thumbs down, it doesn't matter. Any activity after you view for like a minute of any of the videos or the shorts or anything, all that activity is very, very helpful. So if you look at our page, we actually have too many videos to only have 800 subscribers, but that's just because I didn't care in the very beginning. We were just loading up videos. But for having essentially, let's say 900 subscribers and getting the number of views and shares and comments that we have, that's a really, really good accomplishment. So I appreciate that. Now, on to the bad news. The bad news is that I thought that Yelp had released or lightened up their issues that they had with recommended reviews and things like that. I was proven incorrect yesterday and today. Look at all those bait fish up there in that super shallow water just because there's new food up there. You see that? Isn't that neat right there? So the giveaway that we had for that was coming up this Friday for you to leave reviews, we had to cancel that. And I just want, rather than try and redo that giveaway right now, I don't want to confuse it because it's already confused because we have the other one going on. And I rarely do 2 giveaways at the same time, but this one was a time issue. So I'll make it up to you guys. So just know that the Yelp campaign is off and we can't do that anymore. But we can do TripAdvisor and we can do tags. And we should have just stayed with tags because tagging is easy. Everybody knows how to do it for the most part, and it's easily trackable. Plus, the most important thing is it's of value to the partner, like in this case would be Hula Grill, right? So my apologies for the inconvenience and the going back and forth on it, but that campaign is canceled, and we'll make it up to you next week. Look at that face. What's funny is you sit here and you watch, and this one has his booty towards the water, and this one has his face, and you think, man, how annoying would that be if you're asleep on the beach and you get water splashed up in your nose all the time. Then you realize, look at him scratching himself. Then you realize they live underwater. So getting water smashed up that fat nose of theirs is no big deal. Isn't that beautiful? Love those guys. I'm glad they're protected. I'm glad they put these restrictions on them here like they do. It's so cool. Just keep people away from it. Let's go back over here, check out these trees. This is a beautiful beach too. It's so nice, pristine. When the seals aren't there, it's a beautiful shot to shoot from this way over here or from this way over here. It's just a very, very secluded beach. But it gets quite active wave wise. A lot of surfers go out that way because the breaker's right along that ridge right there. You can see.
Good luck today.
So the giveaway that we do have in action, and you guys should really be hitting this one hard because we're going to do a couple of really cool things. But anyway, it's the one that's pinned at the top of the group page and pinned at the top of the regular page. And this is to watch the live stream that we did where I walked from Waikiki to Kaka'ako to Salt and then back to Waikiki. That is a live stream that is on YouTube and Facebook. So if you go and watch it on Facebook, leave a comment, share it, You can leave as many comments as you want, but I mean, we'll know if you go on there and just douse it with 50 comments. Please don't do that. Just be responsible about it. Leave leave the comments, because you did it already. A bunch of you left a bunch of really good comments the first day we did it. So if you just go back and watch it a little bit, leave some comments, share it. Guys have already done a great job. But you have until tomorrow night to watch that video on YouTube and on Facebook. And we're going to do a giveaway to the viewers on YouTube and the viewers on Facebook. And one of the YouTube visitors will win a super pack of a Waikiki trolley pass and a catamaran pass. And the same thing for a Facebook viewer. They'll win a Waikiki trolley pass and a catamaran. So hopefully that's incentive enough. And what we're going to do is we're starting, and I thought about doing one this afternoon, but I think it's a little too late. We were going to do a Let's Eat. But what we're going to do is we're going to start doing a couple Let's Eat per week. And what we'll do is we're going to do a couple things. We're going to give either a trolley pass, a catamaran pass, or a gift certificate. There's a turtle right there. Gift certificate because there's a lot of people that want to participate, but they're not coming to Hawaii, or they just left Hawaii, and I get that. So we're going to either be doing an Amazon gift card or a lifelong gift certificate from that venue. So for example, if we go back to Hula Grill, which I feel like I'm obligated to go back to Hula Grill, one, because I want to, and I guess that's really all the incentive I need, but we're going to go back to Hula Grill and we're going to do a gift certificate from there. But for the giveaway, we'll do comments and shares, but we'll also do tagging just like we do on the Waikiki trolley. How's that sound? Let's see if this guy cooled off a little bit, or maybe he'll call me a mean name again. Hopefully he doesn't. It'll hurt my feelings. Nope. You'll tag, Cheryl, we'll give you all that information, but where you'll tag is in the comments. So for example, we'll do let's say we do a live stream of Hula Grill next week, doing their Loco Moco. When we do that live stream, and the comments, just tag it. And tagging is literally just the @ sign and then whatever the tag for that venue is, whether it's Hula Grill, which is Hula Grill Waikiki, or Duke's, which is Duke's Waikiki. We'll tell you what the tag is, and then you'll be able to tag it like once a day for like 6 days. And then we'll take the cumulative group and do a random drawing through Google Picker. That's what she does. She what's called scraping the comments, puts them all into an Excel spreadsheet, and then she just lets Google pick 3, 4, 5 people. All right, I've not been able to see the comments because the sun has been at my back, but now I can read them. So if there's been anything, if there's anything you've asked that I missed or you think I've ignored, it's only because I couldn't see anything. From when I was here, walking all the way over there, the sun was always to my back, so I can't see any of the comments. I mean, I saw all of Dale's and all of Lance's, but I just ignore theirs. Just teasing, Dale, just teasing. So guys, if you're watching on Facebook, do us a favor, get over there to YouTube. If you're not subscribed to YouTube, man, I'm telling you, you're going to be regretting every day that you did not subscribe. And some people are saying, I think that's unprofessional that you're saying you're going to make the people that don't subscribe in the first 1,000, you're going to make them regret it. That is exactly what I want to have happen. I want them to feel left out, excluded, on the outs, exiled. I want them to feel that they're in the second group because, gosh almighty, you know, we've certainly promoted subscribing to the YouTube channel for months and months and months and months. So the first full paid trip, I didn't explain that very good before. The first full paid vacation will be done on YouTube, and it'll be the first 1,000 subscribers, which will be like a 5-day stay. We're going to do, the plan is right now to do a 5-day stay at a hotel, which we'll pay for, or do an airline, which we'll pay for. And then we're going to do a super pack where it's a airline and hotel, but which it seems like it seems counterproductive, but it's better for us going to Hawaii and the partner to do 7 days. So a 7-day stay and airline will be the super pack. So just how we do the super packs with Waikiki Trolley and all that, we'll do a super pack with an airline and a hotel. But we're going to be doing just airlines and just hotels also. But we're going to do those both of Facebook and YouTube. But the very first one is going to be to YouTube.
Parking, because you're not getting the services that you're paying for. The union hotel workers are on strike right now. We've been negotiating for a new contract since April, but we're still far apart on what we're asking and what they're offering. So that's why, strike is always the last resort. We didn't want to do this, but we had to.
I'm a teacher. We do that too.
From where, California?
I'm from North Carolina.
Oh, okay. Well, that's far away.
But I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, you gotta do the right thing. There's really no other option.
Yeah, as a teacher, you folks are underpaid too.
Absolutely.
100%.
I'll definitely do this. Thank you.
And then,
Thank you so much.
if you can also scan this and sign a petition telling the hotels you demand the services that you're paying for.
Okay. Thank you.
Can I have one of those?
Yeah,
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Hi
And
there.
then demand a discount. You're staying here?
What? No. We were. I'm Tony with Going to Hawaii. We did the interview with Garrett. Do you know who Garrett is? The doorman.
Oh no.
We did the live stream with through Angela. Yeah. But we're gonna do a live stream interview with them tomorrow, hopefully.
Okay.
So what is this now? You can actually
Sign
like
a petition.
right, sign the petition.
Yeah.
Guys, right there.
Demanding that the hotels provide the service that guests are paying for.
Right.
Because even if we weren't on strike, the hotels raised their rates, they raised the resort fees, they raised the parking, yet they cut the services.
Right.
Staffing is down. So since 2019, the hotel's gross operating profit is up 26%, but their staffing is down 13%.
Gee.
So they're making money from raising
Cutting the service.
staff.
Yeah.
And some hotels have gotten rid of in-room dining. They've gotten rid of club lounges for their elite loyal guests.
Yes.
And that's the guests you want to take care of. The ones
Right.
that stay
They come
in the
back
hotel
and forth,
100,
back and
200 nights a year.
Yeah.
And some of the non-union hotels have not brought back daily housekeeping. So you have to ask to get your room cleaned. It's not automatic anymore.
But the resort fee and amenity fees have stayed the same.
Gone up.
Oh, they've gone up.
Yeah. So the hotels, they use the resort fee as a way of just like taking care of the complaining guests.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, we'll comp your resort fee. You complain about something, we'll comp your resort fee.
Right.
But we'll still raise the room rates.
Right. And not give the services to the other
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
just the people that make the noise get the benefit probably.
Exactly. And that's the cult. I don't like that they're creating a complaint culture.
Right.
That the more you complain, the more you get.
Right.
And then
Because it's going to hurt you in the future. Hurt you as a what work do you do here?
I'm a telephone operator.
Oh.
Not here, but at Princess Kaiulani Hotel.
So which hotels are affected by this? Are you guys? They're all a part of the same union. This
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
Kaiulani.
Yeah.
What else?
Royal Hawaiian, Sheraton Waikiki, Moana Surf Rider, Hyatt Regency, Waikiki Beach Marriott, Sheraton Maui.
Oh, all the Bonvoy properties. All the
Marriott, Hyatt,
yeah.
and Hilton. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So so I'm currently working for the union,
Right.
but we went through the strike in 2018,
Yeah.
51-day strike. Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
This strike is open ended, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember the last one was a 3-day strike. They should have.
Well,
they should have just.
It was kind of like a warning shot
Right.
to the companies because we negotiated after that
Right.
with all three companies.
But not to your satisfaction. How long do you think? Is there any way of knowing how long this is going to last, or minimum?
No way of knowing.
3 days, 5 days? It doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Until the contract's settled.
All right. Well, I appreciate
Thank
you,
you.
man. Thank you. We do. Could you guys hear him? Hopefully you could hear him. I don't want to put him on camera because I just saw him walking by. But this is the, let me show you right here. This is the sign here. You know, it says protect the workers, let them know to restore the quality of guest services. You know, there's that QR code. Yeah, I think everyone says you should never be political. So let me give you my political stance. I think that instead of sending 195, whichever you believe, 195 or $200 billion to the Ukraine, we should take that money and take an across the board raise to every teacher, every cop, every first responder. They should get a raise, and they should have, you know, all their pensions that were cut. They should have those restored. And then they should take a big old chunk and they should give it to housing for veterans. Every veteran should either, in my opinion, should either have a house given to them as like a tiny home, but and I don't mean like a home, like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. I mean like a living facility. So build or just take over. A lot of these hotels, you remember about 5-6 years ago, they were saying we have this, no, it was more like 10 years ago. We had this homeless crisis and we're not able to afford housing. And this is when we had Americans that we were talking about in LA, places like that, Venice. There were issues. Here you go, and without an E, let me just give you this because I know you love this. They said we can't afford to give housing. And, you know, we can talk about whether it should be, you know, hotels, old hotels, office buildings, things like that, which, by the way, let me just do a side note. There are more office building openings and vacancies right now, and ownership for commercial buildings right now they're in a major panic, and they're not panicking to get rid of things in 6 months. They're talking about over the next 6 years there's going to be an issue. So the government could go in and buy some of these appropriate office buildings that are not in the heart of any major cities. They could be on the outskirts a little bit, in so much as they are, and use them to refurbish them for housing. That's what I'm talking about. But I think there should not be any veteran that has any type of housing issue. They should either be given an allowance or they should be given a housing in one of these big buildings. I'm not talking about, again, giving them a free house. I also think that every senior, and I'm not talking about when I'm going to be a senior, I'm talking about seniors now. This nonsense about them getting their Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security docked, they should give every senior, I think, a bonus and a build-up and an extra incentive. They should give them X number of dollars in food stamps for like 10 years, 15 years, whatever it is, because at the end of the day, it's not even as much as what we're spending on defense right now. Not even our defense, but others' defense. But I think it's a tragedy that our seniors, our homeless, our vets want of anything, yet we're giving this kind of money out to migrants. So if I haven't lost all of you because of my stance on that, then we can either talk about it or talk about Hawaii. I just was compelled to answer that or to respond to that. Anyhow, yep. Yay, Cheryl, thank you. Yeah, I don't think any senior should pay for anything medical. Yeah, the weather looks good, doesn't it? Boy, the water looks really good on this stretch of beach, particularly today. Like a diamond head today. It's interesting how diamond head changes over the seasons. You know, in rainy season, it gets completely green. It's like emerald and beautiful. And during the summer months, it's brown. Do you guys remember a couple of, actually just a couple of days ago, where the sand was up to this level and the waves are coming over this wall? Look how much it's changed now. There is erosion for sure, but this erosion happens like on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. It changes, ebbs and flows, comes back. Obviously, there's some areas where it is eroded, but this sand will be back up and dumped on here in like another 2 or 3 weeks. It'll be right where I'm walking right now. Where are you guys watching from? Let's get a geographical call out. There's 70 of you on here. Let's see where you guys are all watching from. Boy, the water's quite low. I wonder if there'll be many turtles. And you guys know how that works, right? As I say that, there'll be a party, a turtle prom going on out here. Let's see. Remember this? We've seen this tour. This has no sand. It's just water, and all those rocks are exposed. But now it's full of sand. Wow! Look at her. That's not the big mom though. We'll assume this is a male. What's up, big boy? You guys see him? See him down there? Oh, there's the other one over there. What's for lunch today? More seaweed and moss and mucky stuff. Oh, here's one of those tiny ones. I think that's going to mean the big one's not far away. Boy, he's a fast little sucker, though. Here's another one. That water is pushing back, and he's just staying neutral. That's so cool. I completely lost that little one. He is so quick. That's one thing I noticed, that the little ones move around much more than the big ones. The big ones just kind of stay pretty much in the same area for a little bit, but the little ones move around quite often, or it appears so. There's two right here. Hi, baby. Look how tiny he is. He's just not very thick. Did you hear it? It's obviously sucking, but it sounds like a blow when they go with their breath. Yeah, it doesn't matter. These shoes are trashed, man. Oh, here's some of those. That's the Hawaii state. No, it's not. Oh, it might be. No, those are Sergeant Majors. I thought those were like the state Hawaii fish, but tiny. Look at these bait fish. Those are a little bit bigger than what normally is caught in here, or caught up in here. They must have got caught up in the tide going out. I mean, those aren't big fish, but those are big by comparison. They're usually just little tiny fish right here. Those are going to get caught up when these fishermen over here are looking for bait. They'll take some of these nets and come grab some of those fish. Those are perfect size right there. He just stuck his head up. I think it was too quick for you guys to see it. See those two little schools of fish right here in front of them? Three. Now they're two. Little tiny, 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 tiny fish. Those two turtles are right on top of each other. There's one right there, literally right in front of us. What's up, fella? I'll bet you that turtle right there doesn't weigh 20 pounds. Just because he's thin this way, he's not very thick. The other older ones are super thick. That one we always call the mother is like probably almost a foot thick, I think. I would estimate. Yeah, this is just such a good view. This right here, as long as the turtles come up in the foreground and Diamond Head and Waikiki's in the background, I just think that's a beautiful view. I just love they're not bothered. There's another one right here. That other little one's coming up next to him. I really enjoy that. I'm not going to showcase them, but here, watch them. See those kids like right there? That they can come here and look at the crabs and the fish, and those are probably things they can't, maybe they do see them in creeks and stuff like that, but if they live in a city or something, they're able to come out here in the ocean and, you know, get an appreciation. It may not be to the extent that it motivates them to do anything with that experience to become an oceanologist like I am, but you know, it just gives them an appreciation. I think when they see life, you know, wildlife close up, it gives them a really good appreciation for wildlife. I think there's a big old turtle right on the other side of that lady right there. See that lady right there? See that dark spot right back behind her? I thought that was a reef, but it's not. I wonder if it's that elusive. It's not the elusive black turtle. See these buoys? Some people get these mixed up, thinking those are turtle heads. There's one right there and one right there. That's just the buoys for the catamarans to know to come in between there to land their boat, their catamaran. Where is that turtle? It went right by that lady and she didn't even see it. It was right back behind, just like 2 feet behind her. Well, we saw enough turtles. We're going to find that black turtle one day. Okay, I changed the setting so now I can see the sun. I mean, I can see your comments even in the sun. You guys want to go through here? Let's go look and see what's happening at Monkey Pod and Outrigger Reef. I'm actually trying to not tip off that there's a turtle out there. How about this view, huh? How many of you want to be right here? Doggone it, that is a turtle. Daggame it. I hope they don't go out there. But you know, the people like this couple here, they're not going to mess with the turtle. Plus the turtle out in the open like that, they can get away from the people when they really, really want to get rid of them. It just, why should the turtles have to be scared or pushed off their, you know, the place where they want to have lunch just because a ding-dong tourist wants to grab them or touch them or something? Man, look at how much the sand is washed out. Do you remember this pipe, or this pipe? This white pipe was all the way under with just the exception of that little turn. Actually, when this first started hitting this and this tide cycle, that green was all the way under and that white was all the way under, and just barely under the surface was that white, and then it started showing up a little bit. You probably recognize the progression of some of our videos. If you guys who are just now coming up soon, if you have any questions, ask the chat. If you're asking me and I don't respond, it's not because I don't want to. It's just I don't see it. But everybody on here has either been here, lives here, has lived here, or knows a ton about it. Lance is really good. Dale is very good. Janet, a bunch of the guests who are on here. I'm sorry, a bunch of the members who are on here are happy to answer your questions. We get a lot of questions during the week. Here, let me just let you soak that in here. Let me soak this in here. We get a lot of questions throughout the week, and it's not like we don't want to answer them, but I think it's better received when, you know, somebody who was just here or somebody like Dale who has lived here, he can give you his opinion. Or someone who is just here, Janet, Cassie, Waikiki, Wendy Silva, you know, they can give you their Maori. They can tell you all their thoughts. And you're going to hear it from different perspectives. Dale's going to be from a, like a long-term resident. Janet's going to be, a single gal. Cassie's going to be a married gal. And yes, I feel fine calling them gals because they are, or broads, or chicks, or amigas. They're all those things. They're all good with it. Yeah, I'm seeing Sandy very soon. Tonight, I think 8 o'clock. Gal, I know you do. You are a gal, or a chick, or a dame, a broad. Sheila. This is kind of Kapila. It may look a little different during the day than it does at night, but this is where they have the music guests, musical and entertainment every night, 7 nights a week. Very, very good. Kehana is the guy that's there on Friday nights, one of our favorites. Nathan is the lead singer. He's a killer. Who wants a purple smoothie from Beach Walk Cafe? Good idea. I'm glad you thought of it. I'm glad you recommended it. This is Kalia. Yes, Kalia. I almost went back on. So this is Kalia right here. And if you've been on since the very beginning of the stream, I apologize. But if you have been, this is Kalia. This road wraps around and cuts into Ala Moana Boulevard. This road right here, you turn, it turns into Saratoga. So if you remember when we first started the stream, we were at Saratoga, Kalakaua, and the next street over was Beach Walk. And I want to say this because someone actually sent Terry some praise that was directed to me, and it happened so rare, I want to point it out, that they love that we pointed out the difference between Beach Walk and Waikiki Beach Walk. The difference is this. This is Beach Walk Avenue, and the reason this bears pointing out is that this street goes into Kalakaua. But right around that corner, it looks like there's nothing really here, but there's a great Italian restaurant, a breakfast restaurant that I can't remember the name of, a little cafe, and on the left-hand side, there are two very low-end budget hotels, Waikiki Heritage, and I believe it's Pagoda. And it's right about where that white truck is on the left-hand side. But it's they're very, I just say it, it's low-end, very economy class. Limited service. It's almost like a Motel 6, so to speak. But this is Waikiki Beach Walk. I'm sorry, this is Beach Walk Road. And past those hotels up there is the Hard Rock Cafe and Tommy Bahamas. And that dumps you out onto, if you're walking this way, it's only one way this way. But if you're walking that way, it'll dump you out onto Kalakaua. So Kalakaua goes all this way. This here is Lures Avenue. But on Lures is the area, the little district called Waikiki Beach Walk. And Waikiki Beach Walk is just that collection of stores, shops, restaurants, and these three hotels, the Imperial, the Embassy, and the Wyndham. Those are the three hotels in this little area, and that whole area in there is called Waikiki Beach Walk. Okay, let me know if that didn't confuse the heck out of you, because Lance can explain it. Hi there. Hola, amigo. Don't you ever get a day off?
Yeah, we do, but
But-
we're actually closed right now.
Why?
We close early now. Monday to Thursday, we close 3 o'clock.
Why would you do that?
Because we don't make, the owner decided because we don't make any sales at night. And we can't afford to get.
We're going to change that. Oh, man, that you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. So you close at when? 4. 3. So
Monday through Thursday.
Monday through Thursday,
7 to 3.
7 to 3.
And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's 7 to 8.
Oh, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's 7 to 8. Okay. All right, bro. I appreciate it. What's your name? Paul. You do a great job. You do great. You need a raise, what you need. Doggone it. Dadgummit. Well, now you know what we need to do. Oh, thank you, Cassie Vegas. You wouldn't believe the other comments that we get. He acts like he knows everything about Hawaii because he gives the directions, but everybody knows where you are. I doubt that. I don't know where I am a lot of the times. And I go, oh, yeah, that's right. We're here and here and here. And I love to know the bearings where we are, just in case you have to be looking at a map. And I'll tell you something that it works for me. It may not work for anybody else, but this works for me. When I hear something over and over again where I'm not looking at a map or something, but I hear it, and then I walk past that name of reference, like weeks or months or days later, I go and I see Lures. I go, oh yeah. So at Lures, there's these 3 hotels around here. So it's something that I find that it's helpful for me. That's why I do it for you guys. You know, it's like when I keep, you know, two people commented very positively. No gym today, sir?
No.
Gee, Christmas, that guy was jacked. That's why I continually mention that about longs. Since the last time, which was Saturday, I think, 2 people have said they were looking for a 24-hour drugstore, and they remembered from the stream. 2 different people, not this in the same family or the same trip people. So that to me makes it worth it to do it on the streams only when we walk past their longs being open 24/7. Because it's a lifesaver, man. Or not, or at least a time saver, right? I need to make a production break for a second. Some people mentioned comments about they didn't know where this Masubi place was. And I point that out all the time. And they said, if you didn't point it out, they'd have walked right past it. And they literally did walk literally past it. But they remembered me mentioning this, Giovanni Pastrami. They said, we knew it was around there. We turned around and there it was. We bought some of their Masubis and with the shrimp or the eel and the avocado and the pepper spam, and they loved it. It's $3. Nope. Have not seen Kimmer, but there was another member who saw Victoria, and they did not stop. And I don't remember why, but it's a very valid reason. It's not like they saw her and just said, you know, to hell with her. They saw her, and I think she was talking with someone else. I went by on Monday and was across the street and was going to cross, and she was actually talking to another, obviously not homeless couple, but it was a cut man and woman. Then she seemed to be okay with them, and you know, it's kind of a sad situation. You kind of put yourself in the middle of, not in the middle, you introduce yourself into someone's life that you think you can help And I think we did. Whatever we did for as long as we did, we helped her out. You know what I mean? But I always go by and help her out. But you know, it may have been a bad idea to do it on stream. It may have been a bad idea to do it at all. But I did it. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad you guys were able to watch it. And I don't regret it at all. I mean, I know there was a number of people who questioned whether I should have bought her beer, but she's a grown woman. She'd have gotten the money somehow, some way. And at least with me, she got the beer for free. She got to keep whatever money she had. She wasn't beaten up for her money. She wasn't, you know, she felt safe with me. Plus we were able to spend some time together. She did get some items, which I'm assuming she either sold or got taken from her, that I thought that maybe she could use. And I'm glad in retrospect that we didn't do all the other things that as humans we wanted to do, you know, wanted to get her medicine, wanted to get her, you know, bathing items and personal items. But in retrospect, that was not the smart thing to do. But it was such a genuine and good thing for all of you to want to do. And, you know, we just learned, you know, I'm always going to do what I can, but there's only so much I can do. Same thing with Kevin. You know, he's in a totally different position than Victoria. But I've seen him a couple times since then. And, you know, but we have something else coming up that you guys are going to love, 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 love. That is going to allow you to, number one, laugh your face off at the expense of Janet, Cassie Vegas, Lance for sure. And if you feel so compelled to donate, you know, 50 cents, $1, $5, something like that to anybody, it's going to be to this guy. And that's DJ Kevin. That's the gentleman who has MS, who comes out on Kalakaua. And that dude is out there, rain, shine, scorching heat. And it's just taking a little longer than what I anticipated, but we're going to do a, if you guys don't know, Kevin is a gentleman. You may have seen him. You probably saw him on some of our streams. He has MS. He's in a wheelchair, but that dude comes out, you know, probably 5 days a week. There's a couple times, several days in a row that he doesn't make it for one reason or another, but he's out there in the heat. I've seen him out there in the rain. I walked up to him and I said, dude, what are you doing out here? He goes, I don't melt. But he can't speak, so he spells everything out on a pad, but he has like pre-written words. And he's funny. He's like a jokester. So I've hired him to do a 15-minute session to rip you guys. he's a little bit hesitant on what I mean by rip you guys. But I told him, I said, make fun of Aussies, make fun of New Zealanders, make fun of people from Canada. For sure, don't make, I'm too sensitive for that, but make fun of Lance, make fun of Janet, Cassie's accent. And I've sent him stuff. He sent me some stuff back, but it's just too general. So, and we agreed on a fee. I asked him how much he wants. He gave me a fee. I said, I want to pay you more. So I gave him a different fee, or I'm going to give him a different fee. And he's just going to write out what his jokes are going to be. And he can do accents too. I mean, certainly not as good as me, but he can do accents on his machine. Yeah, Janet talked to him. I mean, this guy sits out there, you know, you see a homeless gentleman or a woman out there on the road kind of begging off for food or money or something like that. And for sure your heart breaks for them. But man, this Kevin is out there not asking for anything. He'll give you a song. He'll play you music. He'll tell you a funny joke. And some of his jokes are just so stupid, but they're just hilarious because he gets such a kick out of it. But then there's some that are really funny. If you want to help somebody, that's the guy you help. I think, in my opinion anyway. Your Justin Wilson accent Cassie Vegas. Yeah, he is funny. Wow. Easy, Lance.
Oh shit. Yeah, a lot of the photos I have, I'm not like. That really looks like.
Kid had a shark hat on. The union boss must have been by here because all the ducks are gone. They're probably asleep in these leaves somewhere. All right, let's see if any of these geckos are out here. If I would have never mentioned it, it would have been a house party out here with these geckos. But I've mentioned it too many times and they're not even around. Oh, there's one. Look how beautiful they are. Can you see them? Right there. What's up, dude? You look skinny. How can you be so skinny with all these bugs around here? There's a couple of those geckos that are just fat. Oh, here's one. What's up, dude? What was for lunch today? Bunch of nasty mosquitoes and bugs, I bet. You're not going to last, Cassie Vegas. I don't think so. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. Make sure that you go and like, share, and comment on the Kaka'ako live stream that's on Facebook, and also go to the one on YouTube and do the same. On Friday at 2 o'clock, we're going to draw one winner from Facebook, one winner from YouTube, and they're going to get a super pack of a 4-day Waikiki trolley pass or a catamaran. And if it looks like there's an issue with too many, or a winner having already won, we'll probably do a gift card instead. So even if you're not coming this year or next year, there will be an Amazon gift card in it for you. So make sure you do it. There's not a limit to the number of times you can comment, but just don't go and dump 50 comments on there, Lance. You know, and we're going to do wow, that never happens. We haven't lost connection going through the mall. Wow, that's crazy. Let's go this way. Those people are taking photos. Look, Janet, beachcomber. All right, guys, let's do this. We'll do it looking at beachcomber. How's that? All right. 4 L's, 4 L's, 4 L's. Here we go. Hopefully you laughed, learned, loved, and liked this stream. If you didn't like it, I apologize. Lance has been on since the beginning. Not much I can do. If this is your first stream, hope it's not your last. If it's your last stream, good Lord, I can't believe why it would be. But I want you to know that I like, love, and enjoy every second, every minute, every hour, every day that you allow me to show you all of this in Hawaii. Hold on.